Yeah. This is Stream of Conscious Rap. It is Sunday, February 1st. We're just gonna do some raps on the mic. Test. Let me know if it's too loud, let me know if it clips, let me know if you can't hear me, if something clips out. I'm trying to give them the gist, I'm trying to put them off, but they're stuck off in the mist. My offering is something you're not getting in most offices, but when you're going to work in that office, just make sure this is playing out the speakers so all can hear it, leaking out their ears and out their minds, eager to be repeating what they heard from me first. What? Yeah, tested like the speakers are too loud, blaring, need some testament from someone who's understanding how to put it back together again once it's pulled apart, breaking, not a breakage. Someone needs to go to the breaker room to make sure they can take it. Gert says it sounds great, and that's great, and I'm just gyrating, my mind is straight on a different path, not sure if they're gonna check the mattress straight, judging off of what I'm putting into the microphone. Everyone is my cousin, that's why I'm speaking, that's why I'm buzzing and buzzing. My mind is a buzz, I'm finding something up inside the upper caverns that I thought was all covered in dust and gnats, but really that's just magnets pulling me back, and I'm seeing the fragments, I'm seeing the static. You could call that electricity if you wanted. I'm not bragging, I'm just trying to pull them back in. I'm just trying to tell them that they're not needing to be hackneyed. I mean, placing the plaque with me, I'm just leaning on the back. They can't even be in the back, they can't even treat it the way I can, cause I'm seeing it quite exquisitely. The way I'm holding the mic tight might just be too tight of a squeeze. They're not recognizing the rhyme effortlessness that I exude when I'm rhyming with steez. I'm trying this, don't be trying to be compliant, I'm just rewiring it. The wrench I got might throw a wrench in the plan that you brought, but it's not on me. No skin off of my nose, I'm just trying to doze, exposing haters who are not sure what I'm doing with my flows. And the dominoes gon' fall like I ordered off of the phone, but I'm trying to be putting it all in codes that they're not able to feel unless they got the braille underneath of their fingers. Fingerprints looking stale, not able to identify anymore with that, but the smell lingers. And now I'm telling them that they better get better, more diligent ways of checking the integers. I'm just in it first, not sure if it injures, not sure if I've been the one that's the first, but I'm gonna tell them, getting my intramural, trying to paint the murals with the shits coming out of my brain, can't even take it further, might refer ya to a referral, might get Squirtle out the Pokeball just to squirt some water on the fact. They're not telling them all, but the facts always come back around at the end. That's just how we put it all in plaques, and we have to scrape it, have to engrave it, otherwise that'll be the grave of us. If you don't take this advice that I'm giving, might be the first that's chasing. I'm chasing something that's only found in the embankment. That's humankind, might be lost, but you've been kind, and I'm trying to exhume the rhymes, I mean exuding it right. I don't give a funk. Yeah, hide user, then it came first, and now it's flunked. Now it's flew over the top of the trunk. Might just chop the body up, put it first in a chunk like David, like with a 4, but I'm not waiting on the forklift. I might just engrave it, might have to check the assignment. Not sure if they're aligning, but my lightning might just be stripping the brain. I'm just electric, the way like I'm an electrician that's putting the weigh in, and I'm waiting until they weigh in, not waiting until the waves hit. I mean, the waves are gonna always hit, but by the time the embankment has enough sand on it, it's always gonna be lost in time, lost to the ages. Might as well build a castle on it while I can, until they come to take this. I mean, I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm also ambitious, and that ambition always been the thing that fuels the tank. When I'm just trying to tell them, take 10 minutes, now I'm making a plan. My established plan might just be the one that bashing you in the head, but my passionate plan might just bring it back to the end of it, and that's the end game. Hoping they're telling the tenement, I mean it's tentative, but I'm not gonna get in the frame. Let me tell you what it means. More files from the Epstein crew hit the scene, and they told us not to think about it anymore. Told us it was nothing, told us they have no more files to release. That's the end of the discussion. Only when they were compelled by Republicans and Democrats fueled together in Congress to create enough votes that would win and push the Epstein vote through. Now all of a sudden they've got an obligation to go through every file that they didn't want you to see. And really it's so gross too. Millions hitting a stream, hitting the internet at the same time, at the same day. Still, people still piecing it together, trying to see what it means, trying to see in between the lines of the emails that were obviously written with some kind of code so people wouldn't be able to check the obfuscation that they put in. And it's a problem, it's waiting. But I'm not sure if I'm naive enough to think that there's not more lying in the wings waiting. I'm not even sure if they're gonna release everything that they're supposed to be, cause really they should already be under some kind of legal obligation or pressure that's pushing. But they're not really feeling the pressure, are they? They're just dropping all of this at once. But at least they're no longer waiting, putting it off for several days in. Not trying to wait till my time in. I'm trying to piece it through one line by line at a minute. Lots of disgusting pictures and pages in it. And allegations about Donald Trump that they put out, but they wish they didn't. Trying to retract the shit, trying to redact the shit. Putting black lines so we can't see who's behind it, and it's practical. But one thing I can practically see is that by the time Trump ran for president, Epstein and him were already on the outs with it. But he claimed to Michael Wolff that he had insider vision inside of Trump's first administration. But I think that he was lying. He was just trying to use his mouth, run it, trying to be compliant with something he thought would be a narrative in the future. But now the future is lying underneath the dirt, like where he is. So I'm trying to be realigning our politics for the moment. People are shocked by what they're seeing. A lot of people gon' keep their loyalty for Trump, but a lot are second-minded. A lot are thinking twice and checking it twice, wondering if there's something that's not as nice that they might have not been figuring. I'm just trying to put it together and figure it. Not sure what the figurative plan is, but I'm thinking that eventually they're gonna be tanking. But I'm just tinkering with my mind state. Things are always shaking. I'm just trying to get things shaken. I'm just trying to be the one that's equalizing each equation. Not sure if they're gonna get the days. I'm just chilling for days, like I rented some days in the days in, and I'm days when these things come across my desk, making sure my brain is in some kind of unescapable mist. And it's a mystery that none of us are escaping, and we're all just lost in it. And now we're trapping and traipsing, and I'm just trying to find the end of it, but I'm caged in. There's no door that I can find but the flap through. If I reach through, I can unlock it from the other end. And that's why I'm trying to reach through the internet to reach you, just to see what it do. I mean, if I can put enough meaning into the rhymes while I'm rambling through, then maybe it can bleed through, and maybe it can be the next thing to you. That could be a key to a new universe and a new way to think too. I mean, I'm thinking you might just have to find some new folders and info and plans to thumb through. I mean, really, there needs to be leaks too. There's gonna be a lot of leaking out of this administration, cause there's a lot of things that the public has not seen. The files are sitting there waiting. Honestly, I'm surprised this many files on Epstein that implicate Trump are still sitting in the warehouses where they're chilling and waiting. And come to think of it, Kash Patel said that he had no evidence that anybody was trafficking children in Epstein's orbit. Why did he say that shit? That is so obviously falsifiable. He actually perjured himself in front of Congress saying that, and I'm sure all the while though they were happy he was saying that behind the scenes, and they were wilding though because they weren't sure that the Epstein vote to compel the release of the files would eventually go through all the halls of Congress. They wouldn't expect it to spread like wildfire the way it did, because that was when they were all still naive, thinking they had control of the narrative. But I'm wondering what inspired the break of the dam that might have made it take their plans and rip it in part. Now they have to take it in their hands. I'm trying to make amends with the world so evil I can barely even comprehend. These type of systematic plans going on behind the scenes and trying to infiltrate in different internet streams and places, forums where people are placing their memes and realizing that was a means Because the uncensored nature and the place that it was a place, the fact that it was a place for Nazis to gather, that's always the best place to be stirring and placing misinformation. Cause as long as it goes along with their racist impulses, then they'll keep sharing and they'll just keep it moving. And the past several years, last 10 years of our entire society, it's been proven that if you just keep stirring the pot of people's racism and keep making their thinking go further in that direction, then they'll just keep biting. And matter of fact, that's the same thing that's gonna happen as soon as this Epstein stuff leaves the spotlight. People are gonna stop yapping about it. They're gonna go back to their practicing of racism and hating the people, immigration, and people that are their neighbors. Probably not if they're in the rural areas, but probably way more of these creeps live in the city areas than we would think. And that's who they want to be taken away from us. Anybody who's not white, they just want their hate to be manifested in policy, but they're gonna all turn to dust eventually. And when it's all over, they're not gonna have much more than rusted in the rain. I'm just trusting my brain, trying to come to some conclusions. I'm just infusing these different lanes that I'm riding in. I'm living through it. Yeah. Cash Patel got some crack to sell. Hardly that well. The wackest male. Yeah. Fuck that. Going back for a while, but that is swell. I use her on this channel. Now I had to go buy a bit some Chanel. Yeah. Cause she is not getting enough from her current boyfriend that she's got on the Rolodex. She needs a few more, but I'll buy her some nails, and I'll buy her some things as well. And I'll try to find a refrain so I can find myself on the phone again. Cause I can gain some upward motion, and they know it as well. Know that the swelling going on in my mind is probably gon' find them some info that's compelling. I'm trying to compel them to speak in a way that might be closely arranged with the way they feel, and making fealty to being the crown the only thing that they're gonna gather around. And I'm trying to tell them that following clowns is not gonna get them back on the ground. Their head is untethered, and one day it might be severed if you don't find a better direction and turn back now. But I'm just trashing the sound. Yeah, they bring in sound to the table, and I'm trashing it, put it in the trash compactor, and that's it for now. And I'm trying to call the snowplow, tell him to come around for a while. Cash Patel, back to that, trying to pay some cash, cause I need some motherfucking brashness. I need as much brashness and lack of conscience as that man has, cause that's the only thing that can move a man forward in this world, as cold and sick and twisted as it is. Ran by rapists and people that are doing the most sick and twisted things, and it's ridiculous. I can't even face this, I can't even take this. It's not like we knew this for several years, and it's going back to the ages. This is always the way things distribute themselves. When men have power, they can do sick and twisted things to people with less privilege than themselves, and that's just the nature of this whole building that we're all living in, making me think that redistribution isn't enough. We need a fundamental re-equalizing of our society, almost like a clotheslining. And I know that there's no dispensable way that I can be dispensing with these rhymes that I'm just a redistributionist, and I'm trying to find a new climate, find a new way for us to be arranging our resources so that people can be thriving in a world that's not so evil and devised, and having so many evil devices trying to pull people into these devices where sick things can happen and no one can talk of it. And it takes 2 million files that need to hit the news cycle for anyone to even think this is enough for us to take it serious. But still, that sick twisted fuck is still presidential with his sick smile, and he gets to sit up there for a while cause the Republicans are such pussies. They know how bad this shit is, and they know that they're starting to feel the push from their constituents, but they're not still doing shit cause they're just riching in, and I'm enriching myself, and my rhymes are finding themselves. I'm scratching the itching, hoping that they're getting the situation, trying to check it, trying to test this, and they're the last on it. Okay, we're switching the beat. This one isn't gonna be as long of a freestyle today, guys, because I gotta go around 5, so it's a little bit of a shorter one. Some of these beats are like some boring shit. like this one. How's the sound on this one? Yeah. Your boy Elon was in the files too, acting like a fool, acting like he wanted to find some reasons to find himself on the island too. Cause he was an island too, but they didn't even want to include him. Never found himself there. Seems like they were never following up on it. But if you ask me, Elon has some things that he's trying to cover up for, and that's why he's been yapping about it. He's on that ketamine shit, and now he's posting through it on the Twitter timeline, trying to obscure the shit. And there's some fake ones going around, emails that Elon didn't send, but it's enough in the real shit that people should take pause with it. Yeah, wanting to go to the island and in constant conversation with Epstein about what was going on around it. And I know that he probably found himself wondering, why the fuck am I not going and not the only one that's allowed not going? Now I'm not proud of him. Fuck Elon. Anyone who didn't know that he was a pedophile, Nazi weirdo, then probably you've been licking the boot around him way too much and not even listening to the sound of him. I mean really, just peep what's coming out of him. And if you follow his Twitter feed, you can see all the white supremacists and white proud boy shit he's posting, trying to justify racism with all this race science bullshit and graphs and charts that don't actually add up to anything. And matter of fact, that was a whole racist push that was done on 4chan by the likes of Epstein himself. All these dudes, all these white creeps pushing white supremacy on the children and the youths, they're all in the orbit of Epstein and were doing the things that he was accused of doing, and that's why this whole web hasn't come down yet. But really, the fact is, Joe Biden should have done it while he was president. The fact he didn't was counterfeit, and I'm sure we can count on the system to protect itself. But I'm wondering if there's a next to this, or if there's a better world. I'm trying to take myself there, I'm trying to take it there, and it may be served, and it may be obscured. It may be the words that are coming to me instantly, but this shit is just gonna have to change. History ain't gonna look kindly or fondly on us if we're just doing the same things, running around in our chains. What have we got to lose but our chains? I wanna see things different, the change in my pocket, going towards something that would actually shake the foundation of this earth that we're living on. Cause I'm not prepared for the consequences of what these people that are not me, but we're all tied at the hip together. All they did, unquestioning, put this man in power, dictatorial, dictatorship, authoritarian, and they knew it was coming. Everybody knew what this dude was. It really wasn't that hard to see, and now everyone's gonna need a pardon at the other end of this, cause they're trying to make lists of Americans that are extremists and hold anti-capitalist views. Well, I'm volunteering myself to be on the top of each list, cause I'm just the one who breezes with I say what I mean, cause I believe in this free speech shit. And this is a different evolution. Y'all all complained about cancel culture, but now it's coming to the government, and they're trying to enact the final solution, not only on the immigrant and trans population, but anyone who speaks power to it. And so they're gonna clamp down on it and trying to stop you if you shout on it and start muzzling ya. But I'm sure that it's befuddling to ya, and I'm just trying to take it up. I'm taking up the cuts, but really there's too many cuts. You might die by 1,000 of them, and I'm sure that the outcome is gonna be something that your parents aren't too proud of, but that's what a proud boy does. Fuck 'em. All the proud boys got observed into the government, and now they're part of it, part of the talcum, part of the structure. They're the ones who are hitting the streets to kidnap your mother and your grandmother and anyone else that they can put their cuffs on. Even if it's just for a moment, they're just playing their tough song. But if they realize they can't keep you in detention, then they'll probably leave you in a cell for too long, like a couple hours, and then get you gone, then kick you off the porch. And I'm living off this shit. I'm killing all these torches, and they're trying to feel more important by aligning themselves with the white supremacy, but I'm not feeling that. Fuck their boring shit. And in my opinion, if anyone's a killer in this administration that needs to go quicker, it's Stephen Miller. I'm sick of that dude, that little worm. He looks like my pinky finger. That motherfucker needs to get out of the administration. We need his head on a motherfucking pike before it's over, and we need to make sure that the stench of him doesn't linger. And I'm trying to tell through telecommunications that the Trump administration's PR would be a lot better if that weird fascist was out of there. I want to see deposition of the entire administration, and all of them can hang from the air. But for now, I would settle for Stephen Miller. Fuck that dude. Looks like a milady type dude that would wear a fedora and be mad cause girls wouldn't smile when he opens the door for him. So now he has to go on an incel whole mission trying to get himself to the highest annals of power, cause he's too anal to be even living by himself. Can't even live for himself, he has nothing to live for. Probably his own wife is out somewhere selling herself on a podcast. Rashad, thank you, doing my thing, shout out to you. It's all a facade, and it's all coming down. It's all with the Mossad. And anybody who is in power who seems untouchable is cause they're aligned with that project and that fact, and they're not falling off. They're not gonna fall off the predetermined message and path that was set out for them, and they can't even question it or ever trying to take nothing from it, cause that will come with a cost. And I'm trying to succumb something, but I'm just lumbering cause it's way too over encumbering, and I'm not even gonna be compensated for what I bring to that table. Yeah, but I know that they're able, trying to bribe all these young kids to join ICE and DHS, telling them that they're gonna get a bonus. But Tom Homan was taking money from people trying to bribe him when he was gonna get his job in the administration. Took $50,000 from some fake businessman that turned it out to be FBI, and they were trying to entrap him. But honestly, that's just what the cops do, trying to get you to commit a crime that they think you would be willing to do, and then they charge you with that crime. It is entrapment, but the dude took the motherfucking money and he kept it too. That was taxpayer dollars that Tom Homan stole, and told him that he would be doing favors for him when he got in the government, and he get to keep the money, and he didn't even have to do some corrupt shit. So it makes you wonder what corruption is going behind the scenes that we're not even seeing. And he's supposed to be the moderate that was sent to Minnesota to start tamping down and bring it down to temperature. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Like, they bought Tom Homan easily. $50,000 isn't even enough for him to get through a year, but he could probably use that to make some investments in some kind of creepy, seedy detention center company facility that is now gonna be making a killing off of all of the brown people, innocent people that they've been grabbing, civilians, gathering them up and trying to put them somewhere, concentration camps, trying to make them concentrate. Wonder if we've seen this before in history. These are the villains. It's really not that hard to see it. Hamhead Homan gonna get motherfucking his whole head blown in if you just give it a moment. Not gonna be long before there's pandemonium. But that's probably why they wanted to send in Homan instead, cause Homan isn't trying to be on cameras and be in the streets acting like he's a hard head. They wanted him to be behind the scenes, talking to Governor Walz, being like, we're gonna be drawing down and making things less inflammatory, but that was a lie. And Walz should have known it from the moment that he was in the same room as dude Homan. But he's probably desperate cause he has no power to bring this heat down at the moment, so he just wanted to hear from the government that they were willing to do it. But that means that they can just roll over him with no question, and that's why the officials in Minnesota are failing the Minnesotans in Minneapolians, I don't know what you call them, but I know that they're pissed at them because they're not doing a fraction of what they could with their power to make sure that immigrants aren't being pulled out of their cars and their homes. But really, these Democrat governors and mayors are being shown they have no cojones. So I wonder what it's gonna be like if Zoran has to deal with this at some point. It could easily happen, even if they have a good relationship and they've just been behind the scenes backslapping. Doesn't mean one day Trump won't wake up and decide he wants to send some troops in to New York and just see what happens when the pot gets stirred, and see if that gets more absurd. But honestly, it would be too many resources that they would incur. They probably wouldn't be able to go on that kind of incursion. It would probably be a mission that would stop at the curb. So that's probably why them here in Minneapolis instead. And now that I think about it, it's cause of the concentrated nature of the neighborhoods that allows them to make a show of their power and keep people cowering. But that's not what happened, because what also comes with that close together, tight-knit community is an empowering sense of protection of neighbors, and they're not gonna be going behind their neighbors' backs to turn them in. Matter of fact, they'll take them in, and that's what this whole thing is about. Community at the end of the day, trying to just let it spray and let them get the best of me. They're not gonna test me this way. It's a testament to the skill that I'm still keeping it this real. And I'm scrolling through reels, trying to be the one that will feel. And the will call roles, still got a lot of roles that will not be filled. Yeah, and Christy know I'm gonna have to be filling out some job fucking applications on Indeed. But I'm standing, and now I'm on the steed, and it's all in my brain, cause it's all complete, and I'm coming off the spleen, off the brain, and it's all trapeze, it's all just going backwards. I can't even get you to put the pieces together how I usually would, and now I'm taking it back a second, put them back on the back foot. And they may know me, they may know that Christy Gnome is the one who's gonna end up going home. But like I said, it should be Stephen Miller, cause he's the one who's giving orders to all these creeps and all these gnomes. So I'm not gonna be happy until he's packing, until his head is in a package and sent across the ocean, just to make sure the message is sending. But I'm trying to be ascending and absconding, might go way farther and the horizon might be yawning, but I'm just stuck in the awning. In the early morning might get me how it always did, but I'm in awe of them, and I'm just trying to be the one bringing a pause, putting applause to them. They can't even take the appropriate measures, cause they're not sure how to keep the weather under their control, and that's why they're gonna get severed and eventually be too weathered and weary. And that's gonna be the moment that we take the direction nearly full victory, except for all the people they're currently putting in detention and keeping in disgusting conditions, letting diseases spread to them. This is quickly gonna turn to a concentration camp situation where they're doing whatever they can to get rid of them. Atkins running for Senate in Florida, Joey Mendoza, hell yeah, public school media, I'ma remember ya, I'ma have to fuck with ya. Running for Senate in Florida sounds tough. Is that state Senate or the Senate for the entire states? That's gonna be a hell of an election, but I'm seeing some swinging that's happening. Joey Mendoza, gonna have to remember that name and look it up when I'm back in my regular civilian mindset. But right now I'm cool rapping Eb, going off at the top of the head, and now I'm bringing the axes to their heads and trying to shift the axis. Yeah, good luck in Florida, I'm sure you can flip the whole practice, cause things are changing in this country. Excluding words, I'll exclude you first. Let me just do my thing, but I feel you though. Sometimes I gotta just build the flow, cause I'm building towards where I'm trying to go, and I'm trying to be perfect, like a pill that you could take. Might take a swallow, might need some swill first, but as soon as you get it down, you're gonna feel the effects, and you're gonna feel the healed thirst. I'm gonna try to be real, but they're testing me. They're not gonna get what they think of me. They wanna make an enemy of me, and they always did, but really seeing the entropy in me is not something you're ever gonna see, because it's effortless what I bring to the table when I'm telling them I'm the king of this, killing this rhyme shit. Hate my friends, and I'm just bringing this rhyme in, and I'm trying to combine shit. Now I'm trying to climb shit, trying to change the climate. Not sure if I can be bringing it. Where are they gonna find me at? I'm just blinding like the races, trying to be retracing my paces, but they're glazing. Alright, I'm gonna switch the beat. What do you think? One more beat? I think I got time for one more beat, guys, but I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Which one am I gonna bring it through? How am I telling them what to do, what to include it? Yeah, fucking it, knew it, fucking it. the ingenuity. Now I'm just letting them through in it, letting them ride the school bus like public school media. Know that we trust. Did you say you were running for state, senate, or national for all of us? U.S. Senate, hell yeah. Joey Mendoza, Atkins, I'ma have to remember that shit. Gotta be on your YouTube. I'ma go look at it, not sure if I can play it on stream, cause I don't wanna get yeeted and yatted. But I'ma check and see if it's facts, and maybe I can play it on the next one. What's it called? What's the beat called? I see some music, but I'm not seeing one that looks just like a track that I can rap on. Yeah. Hell yeah, public school media. I'll return the favor, much appreciated, bruh. Let me tell them how to test the flavor. I'm just bringing it all to ya, trying to open the frame up. And I'm not gonna frame ya. Yeah, trying to be elevated, like I even got a space to elevate to. What's it called? I hate my friends, but I'm blaming many things that might come in at the equestrian, blaming the blessings that I'm getting once again. They may even test me, they may not think that they're gonna get the best me, but really, I'm just trying to switch the rhymes that are coming out of the end of me. Which beat should I do? Do this one. I've rapped on this one before. Skill aside. Alright, I'll rap on this for a few minutes and then I'll rap on that for a second and then I'm gonna go. Yeah. Skill aside is a sick name. Okay. Things are heating up. They're arresting journalists for doing journalism in black churches. Well, not black churches, but black journalists who are going to these churches who have ICE sermons and ICE pastors that are giving sermons and trying to act like they're bringing a Christian word in. That shit is absurd. In Minneapolis, you got pastors working with ICE to bring their immigrants to them and to their custody out of the community. What kind of sick and twisted shit is that? The worst fate possible is what you're deserving. Calling yourself a religious man, that's the insidious nature of religion, in my opinion, is that it allows for that type of bigoted practices. But what doesn't? But really the function of the state government is to normalize that type of reactionary public and religious engagement, because they want this to be a more racist and more religious and more religion inclined society, so they can keep control of the population. But that's not popular with me, and so they want to be putting people in cages and arresting someone like Don Lemon, making him way more of a relevant figure than he even needs to be. Not sure what exactly that accomplished. Probably was a mistake, but then again, it is only a way to push forward the conversation. And the more of this authoritarian shit they want to do, the more they're losing the population that voted them in the first place. And it's not sure how much longer that's gonna matter if they're just gonna destroy all the infrastructure for voting and voting matters, and trying to put it all on a platter, trying to chop it up and fracture the voting base, make sure there's no way for the people that would vote anyone other than Republicans and can even get to the polling place and make their votes in. It's disgusting, but that's just the nature of American politics. It's not even new, it's always been that way. But now the Republicans are fucking up so bad, it looks like Democrats might even be able to take back the Senate if they play their cards right. But that's why you're gonna see a lot of the centrist idiot Democrats that are telling their constituents that they gotta not fight, and they just gotta be waiting in the hog lights, in the spotlight, and waiting till the spotlight comes back, like we're still in some kind of negotiation, like this is just gonna go back to Democrat to Republican, then back and forth the pendulum swings. That's not how this is gonna go, cause they know soon as power is wrestled from them, then they might be vulnerable to all kinds of investigations that might put them under the jail. And they know as well as we do to. The only ones who don't seem to know that is Democrats. They haven't figured it out yet, so if they were to take power back, they would actually be too willing to negotiate with these evil people who have appropriated our government to do these things that we know these sick administrations do, and they always have. And Democrats aren't blameless either. Yeah, all of them participate in building the machinery of the machine that is used against people all over the globe, whether it's Palestinians, people in Afghanistan, or now people here too. All of us adhere to databases that they got that put us in places depending on whether or not we are willing to go against the government and their forces, and that's who they start gathering up the forces and the resources that are needed to go after them and put them in their places, because as long as they have control of the insurgents and can counter that with new tactics that might just bring it back around and change the whole situation quick. Look how well that worked in Afghanistan. We were there for over a decade and we failed to actually change the culture and instill any type of trust that didn't collapse the moment we were gone. But that's just the nature of these insurgent operations, and that'll be the nature of Trump's as well. He will never get control of these places on the American map that he wants to be under his thumb, and he's given up way too easily too. He thought we would just be rolling over, and in some cases we do, but that's unacceptable. It's time to fight back, because we can see the weakness too, and they don't have enough resources to come after all of us. That's why they go to Minnesota to try to make themselves seem all tough, and within a couple weeks they fucked that up, and now they're gonna go to Ohio too, where they started these rumors about Haitians that are eating pets and cats and dogs, and that is the reason that they're gonna be trying to be catching people in the streets and hog tying them and hauling them off. And that's just how this whole thing goes, and it's starting to fracture, and I'm wondering if they're gonna call it off or call the dogs. They're trying to be tough. Maybe Kate Christie Nome trying to redeem herself and not cause such a disaster in Ohio as she caused in Minnesota. But it's probably not going to work that well, because why are you putting all of these thugs on the streets to go and arrest people when you have allegations of different crimes that have nothing to do with what they're doing, like fraud? But you can tell that they have no actual allegations of fraud to go after, because if they did, they would be doing that and making a show of it after. But instead, they're just hitting the streets trying to grab up anybody that they can who looks blacker than they were told is up to quotient, so they're going to have to throw them in the back of their car and then sort it up after. But that's just the nature, that old cartoon Doug, that's kind of what I'm going for. Trying to make the offer, trying to take it longer, trying to motherfucking make something matriarchal happen, trying to just be the one turning the pages of the article so they can see what it's all for. Yeah, the track is psilocybin, but I'm still just killing these rhymes and trying to see if I'm fulfilling my timing. But if this beat sucks ass, I'ma tell ya, not gonna be nice about it. But I'll try it. Psilocybin, scratch track, that's what I was thinking was the one for rhyming. Alright, let me just finish up my thought process on this one, then I'm gonna be dropping it lots for less. Epstein files dropping on all our heads. And it's really gonna be a while before they all confess, before we have all their heads. But if we stay diligent, this is the best issue that we can be changes people's minds on this disgusting fascist Republican government they've built in front of our eyes. We can pull it all apart if we continue to draw the wedge, because people are seeing that this is an empire built on lies. This Trump guy built his whole fan base on QAnon bullshit, talking about pedophiles, but now the files are coming out and he's the one who's implicated as well as everyone else, and has been for a while. And people are actually starting to see it. I never thought that they would, but things are changing. Maybe it's a peak of a new earth and a new America that we can be seeing within a season, because this old motherfucker is gonna be dying, whether it's for one reason or another. We can push that timeline along if we just link up hands for a minute and try to make it take a little less longer. Yeah, fuck the hate mongers who wanna be hate mongering on the internet, but really they're just spreading their sick pedophilic diseases all over behind the scenes and trying to control the political conversation. Rest in pieces, you sick fucks. Alright, I'll rap on Dude's beat real quick and then I'm gonna go. This one was mid, I feel like, but that's okay. There's some good parts, you know what I mean? I had to do this one quick because I was I was going to do this at like 6 o'clock, but then now I'm gonna go to my girl's house for the Grammys. So let me change. Alright, this is kind of cool. I'll rap on it. I just gotta get it come through the... Check, check. Is that coming through? Alright, this is 4 minutes long. I'll rap for the whole thing and then I'll go. Elon Musk. Dude was too lame to even be invited to the island where they were doing all this sick shit, these sick fucks. They knew he was a sick fuck too. He even admitted it in black and white that he would like to be partying in the islands because he was seeing what they were doing. They were wilding. He wanted to be a part of it, and at some points he had been invited in. But when he was getting all excited about wanting to go, that's when they told him that they weren't going to be having him, never got an answer from him. Although I do believe some of the emails that were floating around about it were fake. The one where he was talking about an epic vacation and Epstein wanted Jelaine to take care of it and tell him that the whole thing was unwinded and taken down. They were not doing the Epstein operation anymore. I think that was a fake one. That email was not real. Unfortunately, it was honestly too funny to believe. But I feel that there's more to this story, cause there always will be, there always was. But I'm just turning these wheels, trying to spin my wheels, understanding what the fuck these real sickos have been on behind the scenes of all of our lives. And when they're writing their wills, what exactly are they gonna be putting in them? What type of secrets are going down with them? The epitome of disgusting. They all need to be put to death. End of discussion. It's funny how people are starting to wake up to that now. They can see that there's no way to sustainably be running a society around people who are running around doing this type of sick shit in their free time. And Christopher Tablante always wants to be coming around towards the end of the freestyle, towards the end of the sound, cause I was just about to be winding it down. After I'm done with this track that I'm rapping on, I'm gonna have to go, cause I gotta go watch the Grammys with a mirror. We're gonna go sit on the couch and see who's winning these awards and which one of them are gonna be speaking out. We're probably gonna see some real weak speeches from some of these celebrities who wanna be preaching but aren't actually paying attention. They're gonna say solidarity for all the things happening across America and all the injustice. How about actually saying abolish ICE and fuck all this? I bet at least one person will say abolish ICE on the stage, and I hope that that is the case, but not sure if I can trust it. I mean, they're all busted, but we're getting to a point where the dam is busting and people are just saying this shit without thinking of the repercussions. And as soon as that moment happens, there's gonna be a flood of truthful speech against Trump and his whole administration and the fascist nature of it. So all we gotta do is pitch for that moment, and eventually we'll get to that situation, and that's when we can own it, and that's when we can take back control of the narrative and the conversation, because we'll actually have answers for the problems and the things that people are complaining of. Right now you got a lot of kids who thought they trusted Trump, but they're seeing that his reputation is being thrown in the mud with all the rest of these pedophilic billionaires, and they're seeing that that's not the way that they want to be going. So if the left has better answers for where they should be putting their selves and how not to get ensnared in these reactionary traps that are not going to be acting fair and not going to get them where they want to go, now's the time that a lot of people probably who voted for Trump the first time or weren't even old enough then to convince them that's not the way to go. Hell yeah, public school media, shout out to you. Definitely gonna have to look into that platform and shout out the truth. Joey Mendoza Atkins one more time to shout out the truth, running for Senate in Florida. We're gonna have to spread that narrative out too. Now I'm out on the outer edges, on the outer ring, trying to find myself on the fringes, trying to tell them that if they're not on the edges, then they're standing on the edge of the ledges, waiting to see what happens if they're gonna take this pretentious moment that I'm putting myself in harm's way, just to make sure that it all comes down, but it all decays one day. But I'm just trying to speak prophecy the proper way. I'm lying in my grave, in my cave. I'm just interested in one thing, that is seeing all of these weak cretins cave in my lifetime and things moving a different way. Damn, that feels really anticlimactic to end it on, but I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, much love. Yeah, that beat was actually fun to rap on. That was cool. I like the interplay of the guitar and the bass there. The drums could have been a little louder, but it still worked. All right, guys, this was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I got to cut this one short, but I will be back on Friday. Friday is the day I usually do these. Sunday is a little bit of an outlier, but this next Friday, I'll do another one of these. I'll probably post some clips from this stream as well. And my next podcast will be out Tuesday morning, so look out for that. We'll have a new podcast talking about Epstein and whatever the fuck else is going on by then. So everybody keep it real, stay safe, get out in the streets if you can. If there's something going on near you, ICE protests or anything of that nature, get out in the streets, be safe, don't get arrested, and stay alive to fight another day. Much love to you all. See you soon.